Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you have a great and wonderful day. Well, it seems that our U.S., our current government, can't do anything correctly. Well, at least the Biden administration can't do anything correctly, considering the fact that we have we're having disappearances with the F-35, and our aircraft are not being in the greatest standing as of right now. We have that Marine Corps leader orders safety stand down of all aircraft after F-35 disappearance. All Marine Corps aircraft inside and outside the U.S. were grounded Monday after a stealth F-35 jet mysteriously disappeared in South Carolina, according to an order issued by General Eric Smith, the acting commandant of the Marines. Marine aircraft deployed abroad or with imminent missions can delay the order briefly, but are expected to stand down for 2 days this week, officials said. The Pentagon said in a statement that the pause in operations would allow units to discuss aviation safety matters and best practices. Marine leadership will use the stand down to ensure the service is maintaining operational standardization of combat-ready aircraft with well-prepared pilots and crews. During the safety stand down, aviation commanders will lead discussions with their Marines focusing on the fundamentals of safe flight operations, ground safety, maintenance and flight procedures, and maintaining combat readiness, the statement said. The Marines and Joint Base Charleston and Air Base in North Charleston, South Carolina were working Sunday to locate an F-35B Lightning II jet with a price tag of about $80 million. After the pilot safely ejected from the aircraft, he was in a stable condition Monday at a medical center, a spokesman for the air base said. Officials said Monday evening that the debris field and had been located about 2.5 hours northeast of the base. Two defense officials said Monday that although the jet was on autopilot when the pilot ejected, it does not have the range or ability to fly for such a long period without refueling. It remained unclear what caused the pilot to eject. Retired Air Force Gen. Philip Breedlove, a former NATO Supreme Allied Commander and F-16 pilot, said the military maintains a very structured approach to an accident investigation. He noted that a stand-down is unusual after such an incident. The Marines will likely create an investigatory body to immediately start gathering evidence, and a longer-term group of aircraft investigators will tackle the larger scope of human, operational, and maintenance factors, he said. Once they interview the pilot, we'll pretty much know everything, and said Breedlove, who is a trained aircraft investigator. Since he's lived, there's no use in the conjecture of piece of this. They'll know exactly what happened very quickly, and I would caution everybody to wait rather than get speculating. Breedlove emphasized that the F-35 has a phenomenal safety record. The decision to stand down all aircraft also comes after 2 deadly Marine Corps crashes last month. An F-18 pilot died during a training flight near San Diego, and 3 Marines died and more were wounded when the Osprey crashed off the coast of Australia. The Pentagon noted the 2 previous incidents in a statement Monday. So, yeah, I'm wondering what's really going on in here that is allowing these F-35 disappearance, and them not knowing what's going on. I mean, it would seem that you would probably have an idea of what's going on in the military and stuff like that, but unfortunately, this is not the case, or seems to be having in this part here, right? So, I don't know what the Biden administration or what our Marine Corps is doing, because we should have at least a good idea of what's been going on. Or we should be keeping track of our planes at the very least of what's happening here, and especially during training exercises. So, I don't know what they could be speculating here, but we'll see. So we have this here. The jet belongs to one of the training squadrons in the 2nd Marine Aircraft Wing, the major East Coast aviation unit of the U.S. Marine Corps. The search and recovery efforts for the aircraft are ongoing, and we are thankful to the agencies assisting the effort. Captain Joe Leitner, the spokesperson for the 2nd Marine Aircraft Wing, said the mishap is currently under investigation. Again, how do they not know where this plane is? By the way, like, you would think that you would have an idea or a tracking thing on your actual plane, so you know exactly where it would crash. But apparently, that's not a thing for the jets or what have you. I don't know what's really going on here, honestly. It remains unclear why the Marines and federal authorities have been unable to track the aircraft, which carries some of the most elite technology and software procured by the federal government. That has rankled some members of Congress who have criticized the close of the F-35 Lightning II Joint Strike Fighter program, the Pentagon's most expensive weapons system program to date. I think the problem with the tracking it's definitely is supposed to be invisible. Said Marissa Kanakin, a retired Marine colonel and senior advisor at the Center for Strategic and International Studies, a national security think tank. If some civilian airport were tracking it, that would be a problem. Well, I think you guys should have been tracking your own airplane to begin with. Why would a civilian need to be tracking it? And two, why weren't you not doing this? I figured all of our planes were at least tracked by our own government, so we know what happens to them. But I guess that's just not the case with our current administration. Kanigan noted, however, that the F-35 has been a very controversial program because of its cost. Yeah, well, a lot of these planes are extremely expensive, so I'm not really surprised. But yeah, that's what's happening here, guys. I figured I'd do a small report here on what's going on here with the F-35 disappearance and how we're not able to keep track of this stuff. But I digress. It's amazing how we're having a lot of these mishaps happening under the Biden administration, and very little of these things are happening under many other administrations. I even say the Obama administration had less of these problems than the Biden one, and I mean, we get what we vote for, right, guys? I mean, this is just the way it is, but we should have more tracking and knowledge of where our planes crash and stuff like that. Even with the other jets, the F-18, we knew where they crashed and there wasn't that much issue, but with this one, we just don't know. Alright, guys, that's it for the video. Like I said, share. As always, take care.